Hello, it's Chris from My Stamp Lady, and I am here with this card using a touch of ink from the 2021 January and February Sale-A-Bration. There's only about a week left, so you want to make sure you act quickly if this is one of the products that you want to get free. I'm going to show you how to add a couple of colors to one image and how I got the sentiment here. So my background, though, is from the 2021-2022 annual catalog. And right now, if you join my team by February 28th of 2021, you receive 5 stacks of paper. It's 6x6 paper. And it's the new patterns. So this is the in colors, and you have these 2 patterns, and you have these 2 patterns in all of the colors. So you'll get 5 stacks, that's 120 pieces of 6x6 paper. So you're gonna have a lot of paper to last you quite a while. I will be pulling in a couple of my favorite die sets for this card. I have the Layering Ovals and the Stitch So Sweetly dies. So I have all of the card sizes on my blog, so you don't have to write them down. You will be able to go to mystamplady.com and find them, and you can also see them in the information below. Okay, so I started with the Just Jade, and it's a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11, and then I took a piece of the pattern paper from the In Color. This is the special patterns that will come if you decide to join Stampin' Up! Right now. And if you would like to join my team, I'd love to help you out with that. You can find more information on my blog, and I also have the link in the information below. So I'm just using my Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to put that down here on the card front. And this is my pattern background, so I can set that aside. To do my piece with the hummingbird and the flowers, I've taken the largest of the scallop dies. I'm going to put that down and run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I have my basic white piece to work with. I'm going to use a Stampin' Pierce pad underneath so that I can get a better image. I'm working with a photopolymer stamp set, so the Stampin' Pierce pad helps that. So from the stamp set, I have the flowers and the hummingbird outline. There is another image designed to fill in the stamp, but we'll start with the hummingbird here. Just going to stamp that hummingbird down. Then I'm going to do the same thing with my flower outline. And I want to place it so that the hummingbird is going into the flower, and because I have a photopolymer stamp set, I can see where I'm placing that. So there are images designed to go right in and fill in those outline images. I am taking the Magenta Madness. This will coordinate with the colors of the cardstock that I've picked. I don't want it full strength, so I'm stamping that off, and then I'm going to stamp over the flowers. And with the photopolymer, it's easy to line up. Just a hint about the touch of ink. This is kind of an impressionistic look. It doesn't line up exactly, so you're going to see that it kind of overlaps and is a bit larger than my flower. So now to fill in the hummingbird, I'm going to do something a slight bit different. I have 2 sponge daubers. Let's start with the Just Jade, and I'm going to just sponge on the color where I want the jade color. And with Highland Heather, I'm going to sponge on the Highland Heather color. And that way I have 2 colors on one image. Turn that over and overlap. And that's how I get my multicolored hummingbird. To show you how I did the sentiment now. Okay, so I picked the Hello Friend. Stamp that right on there. From the Layering Ovals, I am choosing the oval here and the coordinating next size larger that I can cut out a background. When I'm done, I have my oval Hello Friend and I have my coordinating background. Before I put those together though, I would like to change this. I'd like to add a little color so the basic white wasn't quite as stark. So I pulled in one of the blending brushes. Just a hint about right now in February, the blending brushes have been super popular. So it's hard to order them right now, but they will be coming back in March. And if you watch my blog, I will put up a little heads up when they're coming back. So you saw that I put my brush right onto my stamp pad, and then I want to get that first bit off. I don't want it so stark because I don't want to get a blob where I have the darker color. Hello Friend that has a little bit of color to it, but not too much. Now I can put that down on the background. I like using the blending brush over that because it's a little different than if I went onto the solid cardstock. It's just a softer color. For my card, I've decided to take a little strip to kind of ground the background so that my piece doesn't look like it's floating. So with the painted 3D folder, run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And so I've added some texture. There are about 3 or 4 folders right now that are just amazing for adding some texture to your cardstock. I'm going to set this just so I can see for placement, and I'm going to place that about right there. Some dimensionals on the back, and I used our black dimensionals here. We have both the white and the black. One thing that's nice about the black dimensionals is they come with some of the regular size dimensionals and some of the mini, and those come in really handy. I am placing this on my card front. The dimensionals will give that just a little bit of lift. Let's put some adhesive on the back side of my sentiment. Kind of tuck that right at the bottom there. I've taken a little bit of the 1/4 inch Magenta Madness ribbon and I've just tied a little knot and trimmed it down. And now I have, with a mini glue dot, I can just place that right along there, along my sentiment there. To finish this up, the in color little color enamel dots are wonderful, and it's so nice because they coordinate right with there. That's one of Stampin' Up's things, is about coordinating. And if you do not have a demonstrator and wish to have a catalog, I have a link in the information below or on my blog about how you can request one from me. I'd love to help you out. Stampin' Up has done such a wonderful job of getting everything to coordinate, so it makes it easy for you. So don't miss out on your Sale-A-Bration options right now. They are available through February 28th of 2021.